Welcome back to 1.2 Brainstorms Podcast. Hola, hola.
Yay!
I'm, I'm Nati.
Funny.
Yes, welcome back to this week's episode. My sweet love, what
Yeah.
is your random thought of the week?
Um. So I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm actually doing my nails right now, right? And I have this little brush I use to clean up the edges and shit. I think it's a real cheap brush because the bristles were full and now they are missing.
Oop,
Yep. And I've
it's
only
hairless
used it
now?
like 2 or 3 times now. Huh?
It's hairless now?
It's getting there. It's like Cynthia, the doll from Rugrats.
Oh no,
Yeah, it's chunks. It's just chunks of bristles right now.
not the Cynthia look. That's hilarious.
Yes. But
Damn.
that's my random thought. What the fuck is going on with this brush? How about you, my love?
Mine is a little more sinister. Um,
Sinister.
yeah, it's very dark. Adding
You
on to
love
the
it?
Huckies men uh wagon. But so I was doing some research late at night on
Uh-huh.
a specific type of website that
Uh-huh.
one uses to understand the human anatomy, right? If you may, if you understand, if you know, you know.
That was such a workaround.
If you
My baby
know,
was
you
watching porn. Carry on.
no. Oh my goodness. Why you gotta say it like that? Oh my God.
And this
Anyway,
is exactly why we have our episodes labeled explicit.
no, I know. But anyway, so yeah, like I said, I was doing research, and so
Research.
in it, it wasn't to like the specific that I was looking, but it was like I sometimes just look at the first page that comes
Suggested?
up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which granted before when I would go on the incognito, it'd always be random, but I think the incognito is not as incognito as we think because I've started
Okay,
noticing.
it's not just me then.
Okay, cool. um,
Because I'm like, wait a minute. I looked that up one time.
why are you suggesting it now? Yeah, no, I know. And we'll get back to that, right? Because that has to do with monitoring and everything and all these devices. But anyway, um so a video that came up was something called freeze. Like the topic is freezing, and I'm like, what the fuck? So I, again, genuine curiosity wasn't even like, oh, I want to. No, I was like, what the heck is this? So I click on it to read then the description, and when I go, essentially what it is whatever scenario, right? Like, oh, stepbrother, whatever, the mailman, whatever, or like, I don't know, whatever the fuck usually type of scenarios are.
Yeah.
I know that's making me sound like it's the fucking 70s, but you know what I mean. And it'll be where
Pizza delivery, excess sausage.
yeah, oh good lord. And so and granted, this specific genre from what I observed is only hetero, right? And it's not that that's what I'm usually looking at, but it was I didn't need to add that, but anyway. I did not need to add that. Anyway, and so what it is, it'll be like the guy is engaging with her for whatever reason. Like, let's say one of them was like their schoolmates, right? And one guy's like the guy's nerdy and the girl's like popular. But for whatever reason, they need to like she needs his help to study. And so when they're
Right.
studying, but he's always like hating on her because she's popular and whatever the fuck. And so they'll be hanging out or studying whatever, and then he figures out then he can freeze her and then do whatever. And that is the
Ew.
general gist of all these freezing thingies. And I'm like, so y'all, this is basically like non-consensual. Like y'all just
Yes.
want to be able to, like rape and whatever. And so the whole and what I didn't like about it, because I'm like, again, that's me like looking at it and like getting disgusted. But either
Yeah.
one, men are there going to be watching this, or younger boys, right? Because at the end of the day, when you're young, you're figuring shit out. And so, what if these younger boys are watching this and thinking, "Oh yeah, that's okay," or like me liking this is okay? Then they start forming like that kind of, "Oh, I only get off to this," and and it's kind of like because the part that, although the whole gist of it is nasty,
Yeah.
At least I don't I can't fucks with it. What I didn't like is that when technically he goes ahead and unfreezes her, she's actually enjoying it. And I'm like, hell no.
No.
Because before whatever was going on, she was kind of whatever towards him. And then now that he unfreezes, she's like, oh my God, so much pleasure. Like I'm like, ew, like I hated it. And I was like, fuck these men. Fuck
He's
this.
just trying to knock these women out. What the fuck?
Bro, I felt just like I was like, I'm gonna pray. I'm gonna go pray.
Mm-hmm.
Killed every mood, and it sucked because it was like I was like, ooh, let me, yeah, like, and then it killed everything, and I was like, well, I'm like, let me just, yeah. But I was like, this is so nasty. I did not know this was a genre, and I was like, ew.
It
Have not.
really is. What's that term? Star? No. Rule 69 or some shit. I don't know. But
I
essentially,
don't
there's
know
a
what you're
porn for
talking about.
everything out there.
I guess.
There's porn for anything and everything out there. And this just proves that. But no. And like,
I have not
listen,
done research
CNC
since
has
then.
been a thing. Do you know what CNC is?
No.
Okay, that is consensual non-consent.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Like it's like we're basically role playing this shit.
Yes, but
Yeah.
like y'all like it so much, you went and made another scenario for this kind of shit.
Yeah. Well, that see the bad thing with stuff like that is because, for example, I don't remember the case, but there was a case of a girl that was like, oh, I think it was on one of those like SVU thingies or whatever.
Hmm.
That I don't know if it was based on a real case, but probably. But this girl was really hating on another girl, and so she goes on one of like I don't know, like Craigslist or whatever the fuck, and then hits up this guy that does like sexual favors and stuff, and says, "Hey, listen, shows." her a picture of the other girl and it's like, hey, this is me. You're gonna meet me in this place and blah blah blah
Huh?
blah blah. And this is gonna happen. And no matter how much I say no or blah 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 blah, I do want it, right? And so and then she sets up the girl to meet up with like I think she was I don't know what it was how she got the girl to get there, but she did
Jesus
something to that,
Christ,
like
she
whatever.
just staged a rape.
Yeah, literally, literally. And so then it wasn't until like again he kept insisting and kept going and then she was like, "No, this is not what I want." And he noticed that it was a little too genuine, so he was like, "Wait, wait, wait, what's going on here?" And so she was like, "What are you doing?" And he was like, "No, you texted me." And he shows her, and so it was like a whole court case. And
Hmm.
so because again, technically he was the one that was supposed to go to prison, but he's like, "Nah, bro, I'm innocent. I got like hired for this, right?" Like
Yeah.
it's like I'm just a sex worker type shit. And I'm like, this is the dangerous part, which again, not yucking anyone's yum, but I'm like, you can like, I don't know, it creates
I no,
some
I
stuff like this.
definitely listen. I understand he was hired, but the fact that you did not verify ID.
Well, if you look like the girl in the picture,
Yeah, but then you
I'm not
get there
defending
and
him.
be
I'm just
like,
saying, like,
yeah, no, like it's such a weak excuse. Like you were hired and then you didn't verify who the fuck you were talking about, especially when clearly
well, because
this
he
is
gave the name
a
and
rape scenario.
everything. Like the
No, I
girl
know,
said
but
in
this
a,
is a rape scenario, so it's like it's one thing. Okay, we confirm details online. It's another thing to confirm with the person in person, because
well, the
online is
whole,
you can think everything you want online and then come to real life. You're
yeah.
like, wait a minute,
I think
actually.
I think the best way that the person could have managed that, like like let's say the sex worker guy, is being like, okay, well, my contract is that even though we agreed at this prior to, my contract says that we need to discuss it at least once at the moment of whatever.
Yeah,
Because the
exactly.
way that this girl had done it was that no, I don't want it to be that we talk like we literally you see me and you go for it.
Yeah, exactly. No, no, like there are so many um things that should have been discussed in person beforehand.
You know,
So he's
it
just
got
an idiot
crazy
for
with it.
that. And then the girl that hired him is just an evil person.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, that was
I'm trying to
I
think we are going to have to include a trigger warning on this episode.
oh yeah, for facts. It sucked because yo ahí con mi pito parado and I couldn't even do like I was like, well, pito no longer parado.
I love how you have completely integrated that into your everyday baby.
Not every day, but
Every
in
day.
certain. I have no mentioned it being put out every day. I didn't mention the
You,
whole
but it's
weekend. The
not
whole
literally every day, but you included in your like the way you throw it out is just all anytime.
Pero es que si está parado, what you want me to do?
Oh, okay, it's gonna be like that. You can't control yourself.
No, 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 no. I can. I'm just, I thought this was a safe space that I can tell you about these things. I guess not.
Okay, it's my fault. I'm the stickler here. I just want to
Oh
hear about someone getting
God.
hot.
Okay. No, I'm kidding.
Huh?
I said you women.
You men.
You jokes, jokes, jokes. These
Girlie
are
ain't
all
even a
jokes.
man.
Yeah,
Girlies don't
jokes.
even have a pito.
You do you
I
know
do
that?
know.
You do know. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You
We
do know.
we went to a Korean spa, my love.
Oh, facts, 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 facts. We were also roomies for a little bit too.
Yeah.
History will have them down as best friends. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Um,
When we get married and have kids, people will be like, wait a fucking minute.
no, people be like, I've been you. Like
Yeah. And
at
we'll
this
be like,
point,
it's not like that.
but it's not like that, no.
And they'll be like, you can
And
stop lying.
they're like, it's fine, it's legal now, and I'm like, babe,
Yeah.
you know,
Word, unfortunately. But
yeah,
as for the actual topic, so we can get away
yeah,
from
from
trigger
darkness.
warnings.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Sorry about that. If it's not death, it's nasty, nasty. All right,
Right,
so
we were talking about that not long ago.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And it was started by me. The one time I had random thoughts, or not random thought, because it wasn't a random thought. It was a random encounter, if you may.
Was
But
that
anyway, yeah,
Pokemon?
topic of the week.
Um, yeah, okay, so this because we were talking about it the last time we recorded.
Cool.
We were discussing like celebrities and how
Oh
they
yeah,
they're bitching and complaining about like the pressure it is to be famous and like all this, and it's
yeah,
just like again, you signed up for this, right? And
yeah,
so I'm thinking like I would never want this because I know what it entails.
right.
Would you ever want to?
Um, Not really, but like at the
Mm-hmm.
same time, the only thing that I can ever see myself if I if it's like, okay, you have to be famous for something, what would it be? I would want to for it to be dance related. However, at the same time, no thank you. Because the dance world or the dance scene is so much more machista and misogynistic on the back scene than a lot of people would care to admit.
Mm.
And it's very difficult to overcome that in the sense of like, okay, maybe I wouldn't support, obviously I wouldn't support or do whatever, but then at the same time, if you don't like, let's say I'm just someone that performs and become known for my performing. You always have to teach if you do that, right? Because you have to make money somehow.
Okay.
Right? But if I want to be well known, I have to go to congresses. But a lot of the times, the people that are leading these congresses are people that have some darker backstory, or the way that they're leading things are not as kosher as we would want them to be.
Mm.
Um, so then now you're again, not making an excuse, but just kind of
Mm-hmm.
like you're kind of put in the, okay, if I actually want to make it, I have to engage with these people. And then if I don't
Mm.
engage with
Let's
these
see.
people, then I really can't um I can't do anything. Like I won't get far in my career, which sucks, right? And they've set up the system like this so it works like that, right? Or sometimes some of the best instructors that you'll come across are people that aren't that great. And so then if you're like, it's like, okay, I either want to learn from the best, but then I am kind of foregoing my own morals and stuff, or I actually don't learn with them and learn with other people and kind of do my own thing, but it's
Mm-hmm.
a so much more longer route with almost zero to no guarantee of like being successful, right? So
And that's
again,
fucked.
not saying that it's correct. That's just kind of how it's in place. Um, and it sucks. Like it's something as simple as, and I feel like I'm kind of just like diverging a little bit with the dance thing, but like one simple thing is, for example, as a woman, if you want to set up a dance like a salsa school, if you don't have a man at least being like a quote unquote there's a name for it, not the front page, but it's like
The face?
the face of it, you won't have much success.
Really?
And you can be a phenomenal instructor. You can be a phenomenal person at organizing events. Hella people go to your events. But the minute that you lose that male face, things start hissing. Like I've seen it. And I'm like, oh my God. And I'm
That's
like, and
crazy.
yeah. Yeah, because or if a woman's like leading has a class and she's able to teach really well how to be what we call a follow and a lead,
Mm-hmm.
if you don't have like a guy being the guy, like the main one, um, like the face of it, people will be like, why am I gonna go learn from there? It sucks, bro. It freaking sucks. So if I'm gonna be famous for something, the only thing I could see myself really doing is um would be dance. I mean, I guess the podcast too, but actually no, the podcast would be a lot easier because we're able to still speak our shit, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But at least in current endeavors that I know I'm definitely like, oh, I can see myself, whatever, it'd be dance. And then even with dance, it's like, well, I don't want to partake in any of that, you know? So
Mm-hmm. So, okay, but like, would you want to be like, would you, but question, would you want to be well known? Like, you walk out when people are like, oh my God, are you?
no, because I am a little too not simple, but like I be walking out looking crazy sometimes. So I wouldn't be able to do that. Or if I want to do that, I have to be comfortable with people just seeing me like that.
Then you're not.
No.
Interesting.
Like I like, don't get me wrong. I like me attention, but not that much attention.
I don't have a problem with the people seeing me dressed as a bum. I just don't want people to be like, ah, oh my God, and then come up to me and then talk to me, and I'm like, you're a stranger.
Yeah, you don't like the human interaction part of it.
I don't.
See, I don't mind the human interaction part of it. Um, but
You just
again,
don't
that
like
goes
the appearances part of it.
no, I don't like granted, yes, I can be my most authentic self, but then I'm a little sensitive, so I can't take, if people are like, damn, mírale lo moño a esa, or like, oh my goodness, 2 weeks ago she was rocking this fit and she was looking good as fuck, and then now she looks like she's big built like a big bean. So like I'm gonna cry.
Or big, or big
A
B.
big bean,
Sorry.
and so I'm like, no thank you. No thank you, no thank you.
Again, it's not to say that I'm impervious to it. It's just like, homie, I don't know you. I do not care what you have to say about me. But it's the, bro, like today, I'm on this app, right? This dating app.
Yeah.
And then someone messaged me on there like, oh my God, I think I saw you on the app. You want to get coffee? And I'm like, oh my God, I don't. We don't talk much. Do not just hit me up.
Hey, yo.
Which is, I know it's redundant because I have, well, I mean, there's a part of the reason why I made a public account and I keep the one with my family and shit private.
Mm-hmm.
Um, like, I'm like, I don't like different aspects of me colliding with each other.
Yeah.
So when I got messaged on Instagram, which, well, again, I understand I have a private one, it's still different from what I have on that app.
Yeah. You didn't like that?
I'm like, don't you stay on the app? What the fuck?
Granted, I know that the person that, because you had told me about this, is someone that
Yes,
we knew from other stuff.
yes,
That they knew your private account first, right? So it's not
yes.
like they like found this one.
Correct, correct.
But that had me cracking up. I was like, oh my goodness,
Yeah,
not
I
the
I almost I almost uninstalled the dating app that I have because I'm like, don't find me. Yeah, no,
well,
again, I like having my shit separate. And what I
Yeah.
do on one thing, I don't want it leaking into another part of what I have.
Yeah.
I can't. So that's why I don't think I could ever be famous because I like to, like I said, I like to have my shit separate. What I tell one group of people is gonna stay in that group of people because it's meant
Yeah.
for that group of people. So I couldn't be famous.
Um,
I couldn't be able to not hide shit.
yeah, I don't know. And then the thing is also like there's a lot of my life. It's similar to you, right? Like I have certain things in my life that I'm like, y'all don't know about that. And I
Mhm.
don't need y'all to know about that. So
Mhm.
if I'm out and famous and I'm doing whatever I want to be doing in the privacy of my doings, I can't,
Mhm.
it's not gonna be as simple, bro. And I
Mhm.
can't, I can't, I don't want that. I don't want that. There's a level of privacy that I like that my life has for
Exactly.
being a
Exactly.
nobody, and I like to keep it like that, right?
Exactly.
Also, I want to add right now that you kind of like when you introduced the topic, you brought up the whole that we were talking about famous people and the responsibility. I will say that a recent conversation I had with some of my dance peeps was brought to like I'm like, I guess I had never seen it like that. That a
Mm.
lot of these famous people, although yes, they do have a say on who like they're collaborating with or working with and whatever, a lot of the time they are under certain contracts that it's like, well, you're under our contract, so if we whoever we pair you up with is who you have to work with, and that's that.
Yes.
And so sometimes they really have no control. They just have to kind of like go with the punches. I agree and I understand that, and I'm like, damn, I feel for you. But at the same time, like I feel like it takes is a simple statement of, yes, I'm working with this person, but these are my views, right?
Yeah.
Granted, I think that no matter what they will say, the minute you're associated, people won't care because they'll be like, well, stand your ground or don't whatever. And it's not that simple. I
Uh
think
huh.
that while I will still hold the artist that I'm a fan of to a certain level that I'll expect them to like, if to stand on their ground, I will also have a bit more grace towards them because we actually don't know what's going on in the background, you know?
Very true. Very valid. I think I mentioned similar like um in the latest BTS launch they had products that one of the companies is an Israel brand and people were like coming at them for. But it's just
Yeah.
like they have no say in who the production for merchandise is.
Yeah. Yeah, because a big one that was brought up was like I was talking to the person about the whole Carol G thing. And so they were mentioning to me that actually the uh technically she the ones that hired said like they just asked her, okay, you want to do your performance, how do you want it? And that she mentioned that she wanted an all women's mariachi band, and that's what they got her, but it's the not her production hiring them but the actual production of Coachella, right?
Mm-hmm.
So then she technically doesn't have any say in it. And that too, um they're like,
I
it really bothers you for, like, oh, she's supporting all this. You technically shouldn't watch Coachella, period. Because the owner of Coachella is actually MAGA, right? So it's like, they're like, if you want to, stand on your 10 toes about something, then stand on it on all the thingies, right? And I'm like, and again, I'm like, I mean, I'm picking up what you're putting down, but
mm-hmm.
um yeah, that's kind of like I was like, huh. I'm like, I did not know that. And I'm
Right. Well,
like,
I mean, the issue with Carol G not so much is that she hired that band. It was the band specifically. It was when asked about it, it was no comment.
right. But they were
And
saying, well, like,
also though,
there's
you telling me she had absolutely no say in who she's on stage with? Mm,
some people they say,
mm,
some people. And then
it's not like she was like she's a small time artist. She
yeah,
has clout,
so my thing with it
but
too,
I
which I'm
did
like,
not know
again,
the owner of Coachella was MAGA. I mean, I've never been
yeah,
to Coachella, never plan on going to Coachella. I
yeah.
definitely won't now.
I also don't really watch the videos for Coachella. Like,
Me neither.
yeah. But I was gonna say, another point that I'm like, is if it's so difficult for some artists, why are we seeing some other artists that are bigger artists actually able to control this stuff? Like it's like you guys are the same level of fame, pero este tiene más control que el otro. Is it just their contract? Is it their legacy? I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. But anyways, going back to the famous stuff. Yeah, for me it's just there's a level of privacy that I feel that my life has that I like to keep. That if I
Agree.
were famous,
Hell,
would
I don't tell
know.
you guys everything.
I know. It'll be
Okay,
funny
that.
because sometimes you'll hit me with a like, okay, something has happened or whatever, and you're like, oh yeah, like so and so. And I've learned that if I have too much of a strong reaction of like, oh yeah, yeah, oh like what? Oh my god, tell me more. You're like, oh, I don't want to tell her anything. Whereas I just go along with the I remember.
Jess,
Then you'll like continue telling me, and I'm like, okay, no
Jess,
reaction. Pretend like you're just telling me
Jess,
about a random grape that fell, and I'll.
Jess.
No.
Yes, it's because again, I don't like the attention. So if we make something big deal, I was like, nope, be avoiding big deals.
Mhm, mhm, mhm. Yep.
Hmm.
Says the person best friends with the one with the strong. I react for the smallest things.
Like what?
No, just like it'll be like something random. Like you'll be like, "Oh my god, baby, I shaved my mustache."
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
you shaved your mustache, like you know.
Yes, very true. I know. I know. That's why, I was like, she gonna react. Let's not.
Yeah, but you've seen I've been somewhat keeping it chill. I've been yes, around regular regular Tuesday.
Yeah, my favorite though is when I'll say something and you go, oh, and you freeze and you internally processing,
Hmm. You
which
have
is
to
so
give me
funny.
that much, man. You
I
have to
do,
give me.
I do, I
Uh-huh.
do. I'm like, she processing. Give her a segundo.
I also forget things though, so sometimes the processing is also me trying to remember.
Yeah, but you have different faces for both of them.
Interesting. Oh my goodness. I funny enough, speaking of faces, and again a side little
Hmm.
tangent. Um I was at my dance thing and I was dancing with this guy and he was a good dancer slash lead for the
Okay.
most part. But at one point, right, we're dancing bachata and he starts doing like some sensual bachata. You know I don't fucks with sensual bachata. That's not bachata,
Correct.
but that's a topic for another day. And so again, I he wasn't doing anything too crazy, right? So it wasn't like enough for me to be like, oh fuck this dance. And again, he was
Hmm.
respectful, he wasn't doing anything weird, so I'm like, I'm not gonna be rude.
It was just that
Um,
style.
right, just not a fan. So I was going with it, but not fully. It was like I was doing the minimal um movement,
Hmm.
but my friend captured a video of me that I'm gonna send to you later, where
Hmm.
they're doing the movement, I'm doing the minimal, and I have this kind of like yuck face that I didn't realize I was making that face. Um, but they're not seeing me because we're like kind of side to side. But the whole time I'm still styling. Like I'm still doing the hand movements that I would normally do. So my
Hmm.
friend was cracking the fuck up because she's like, bitch, not you making a face, but still serving styling, like serving the arms, serving the everything. And it's like maybe a 11-second video because he
Hmm.
just did like two things and then we moved on. But she was like, bro, and the funny enough thing is that when I was like, bro, I didn't even realize I was making a face. Like I just
I
I'm
think I can picture the face you're making.
yeah, yeah. No, I'm gonna send you the video later, but
Yes.
anyway, so I would share with the audience, but I also like this. I don't know this person, so I wouldn't if I were them, I wouldn't want my videos out there
Word.
like so.
We
Parallel,
respectful round here.
yeah. Especially if the person wasn't rude, the person wasn't being weird or anything, and I told them I'm like, oh, thanks, that was a nice dance. But it was very funny. I've come to realize that although in a lot of things I'm able to control my face, not in dance. Not in dance, fam. You will know very much if I'm enjoying or not my dance with you.
I think that
Right?
makes sense, all right, because you're focused on actually dancing, not maintaining your face.
I guess. I guess, man, but it has not been the first time that she's pointed out my face. And I'm like, well, but yeah. Um, but besides that, anything else that goes into the being famous? Um, what else? I mean, I don't know. We're not famous. Y'all haven't made us famous yet. Go ahead and make us famous, though. You know.
we were just saying how we don't want to be. What you mean telling people to make us famous?
Well,
I'd
you,
be happy with a somewhat well known, right? I'd be like, they kind of be like, oh, I think she's in a podcast, no?
you wouldn't want a basement
I don't
yard level.
mm, mm. I think that'd be
Oh,
nice. I wouldn't mind that kind of money.
that's
Um,
yeah, that's where it is for me too.
right. I think that'd be the max that I'd be cool with.
Baby, that's pretty famous, my love.
Okay, never mind. But the money.
Wrong foot.
I'll listen, it's an important focus.
No, I agree. I agree. But like, I wouldn't mind. I just and also call me selfish, but I feel like having that level of fame will also interrupt my regular life in the sense of like, so like, can I not do dance as much because like I'll be at dance stuff and then people will like be recognizing me and then no longer am I just like I'm not just enjoying my dance. Now I have to be the persona.
But we don't do personas on here.
No, I mean we don't, but I don't know because they always say, for example, well, you don't do a persona, but
Hmm.
outside you and podcast you, very different.
Are they?
In the sense of like a person would expect you to be granted, you've been say that you're not a social person, but that same, sarcastic self, chattiness, whatever, when fans meet people, they expect that. You wouldn't give them that. You'd be kind of like, okay, hello, and then that's it.
Okay, but now hold on. I think I've expressed it enough times that I'm chatting like this with y'all because y'all my friends.
It doesn't matter. And the only reason why I say it doesn't matter is because, for example, the YouTubers that I like to watch,
Hmm.
some of the more expressive people, like for example, Markiplier, he's very
Hmm.
expressive in his videos. He's very like opinionated when
Hmm.
he's talking to his friends. He's very animated, all that. But he is known for being someone extremely awkward when they're meeting in person. And for
Word.
example, I know me meeting him will not be the same experience as when I watch him online. But there's a lot of people that still, like they not that they expect it, but they don't expect how awkward he is. Right.
That's
And this is
interesting.
someone that's been on the internet in more than 20 years at this point, been saying how he is, and yet people still. So, again, it's not a
Hmm.
persona, but, you know, podcast you and in person you with a stranger is different.
With a stranger, we gotta specify that part.
Yeah. And I would say with Noelle, I think it's a bit more middle ground, right? Like she'll be nice, but then she'll also
Yes. Noelle is very wary of strangers.
yeah, yeah. I think the only one that will be kind of about the same would be me. Although at,
Hmm.
at the same time, I do get very awkward in huge ass groups at first. I
Well,
have
we're
to
not
be
getting
very
swarmed either.
if you're at well, if we're talking that level in the sense of the basement yard,
Are they getting swarmed?
not sworn, but they definitely do get recognized.
That's what I'm saying. Like I like a one off. Like someone came up to you. I think you'll be fine. They'll be like, "Oh my God, hey, oh, thanks so much for watching." Yada 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 yada. Right? You can chit chat with a singular person. But you talking about large groups, and I'm like, we definitely ain't getting to that
Okay.
where we can't go out and shit.
No, 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 no. We'll find out. Time will
We'll
only
find out.
tell. For all we know,
You're
we'll
right.
stick with our 20 some subscribers and yeah.
That's funny. Um, you're right though. You're right though.
Mm. Any closing thoughts, my love?
Man, now I really just want to drill it home for the people that I'm not a chatty person if I don't know you. I want that to be oh so clear. And so if you meet me in person and be like, damn, Vane don't know how to fucking socialize because I've been said that, bitch.
I've been told you. I've been
Yeah,
told
don't
you
don't be
I
like,
don't
don't
like
be
you.
disappointed. It's gonna be exactly what I said it is. You've been warned.
You were told, you didn't listen. That's on you.
Yeah, not the end of what both also signed off on that. Be like, yeah, no, Vane is not the ones to say hi to.
Mm-mm. I've had people that in our life, in my life, that are like, oh my god, I want to meet Vane. I'm like, oh, you can. I have to warn her. I need to set up the
You
situation.
need to
Do not
approach
bombard
slowly.
her.
She
Do
startles
not.
easy.
Yeah, yeah. Like don't. She's like a cat. She let her come to you. Let her
I
come to
have
you.
been
She might
compared to
not.
that too many times.
She might not. But she might not come to you. But you let her be.
Yes, unless you get some shots at me, in which case, shit, we all best friends apparently.
Yeah, yeah. You really you were 2 seconds away of making out with people. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Not literally. Not literally. Um,
Ah.
no, they're both taken and they're hetero
Oh,
now.
not that.
Oh, oh, oh. Well,
Well, anyways,
uh-huh.
there
More
people
you
aren't
know.
meeting trunk me. People randos are not meeting trunk me. It's okay.
Yeah. And we don't go out to the club like that anymore.
The club. No, we don't.
No. In the club we all fam.
In the club, we all fam.
Yeah. I know that's from somewhere. I can't remember where. But
Yeah, it's
before
one
we
of those
go ahead and
sitcoms.
I look at with that being said, if you enjoyed this episode, we release a new episode every Tuesday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on YouTube. I didn't say that last time. On YouTube, on Spotify, on iHeartRadio, any streaming platform you think we're on, we're probably on there. Um if you want to be a guest, please message us. And as long as the three of us agree, then we are more than happy to have you. Also, comment down below. Would you want to be famous? If not,
Yeah,
why?
like or like
And for
what
what?
levels? Like if you're fine with strangers come up to you and be like, oh my god, you're from this place, right? Or if you're even okay with Beatles level and being sworn wherever you go.
Yeah, yeah. Let us know. And then, what would you want to be famous for? That I think
Mhm.
that also contributes. So let us know. Like I said, you can message us, and we have a TikTok account. We also have an Instagram where we post our reels, and the Instagram's at 1.2 brain cells underscore official. Um,
Mhm.
that being said, toodle doodle,
To the Lee,
hugs and kisses.
not for me.
Bye.
Bye.